All right, let's get this on the road. We're gonna do three Levi Nix videos. Women like this ruin society. Women's greed, dating plans backfires. Oh, that one should be very special. And the influencer economy has finally crashed. Bound to happen sooner or later. Start with the first one.
Right-wing political streamer who is now cooter-mogging is creating a new meta with coochie podcasting. I guess I need to start forehead mogging because it seems like I'm already forehead maxing. Let's get off into this.
The Mamdani administration is emboldening us so that we no longer tolerate the violence of evictions as a matter of business as usual. My landlord owns dozens of buildings, but he is not a steward of the public trust.
Why do people expect to live in other people's homes for free? It's a mindset that I just don't understand. I don't get this concept. I was taught that you live in...
I'm gonna keep it at that. Wow, she looks like an electrician. Shots fired! She looked like a whole man. And her take is, I mean, it's based, but I feel like she's a pander bear. She's just pandering to the types of guys that she wants to subscribe to her OF. It's like you're playing both sides of it, right? You're doing the liberal side, like, yeah, sexual freedom. And in this marketplace right now, in the economy that we live in, it's so expensive. And people are so pro sex worker but not pro sex customer. Have you ever noticed that? And then if you tell a woman go sell your body, it's demeaning, but if another woman tells another woman, hey, go sell your body, they get celebrated. The hypocrisy, it makes no sense.
So liberal is short for liberate yourself from logic. So the first thing you need to do is liberate yourself from any logical thought possible. That's why there's a lot of women that are normally liberal, because they do not use logic. They naturally gravitate towards being a liberal because the main thing that you desire as a liberal is you want other people to do the work and you want the benefits.
Good Lord. You mean like exactly what you're doing? Gotcha, bitch! You want other people to do the work?
I got a DM from a black guy the other day saying, oh, well, why do you listen to black people's music if you hate black people so much? Are you serious? They can't even form a full thought. They go straight to one little feeling and they get angry. A victim card. That's exactly what it was, a victim card. Like, I never said ever that I hate black people. That's absurd. I have literally made a video explaining how people don't hate you based on the color of your skin, but they will judge you and dislike you for how you act, portray yourself in public, your work ethic, etc. So you're sagging your pants, like someone's going to look at you a little funky. It's just the way.
Okay, all right. The self-awareness has left the chat. People sagging their pants. What about you coochie mogging here? We got a coochie podcast. People are going to judge you based off that. Are you this stupid?
Stupid. It is, because it's not normal. Like, you have your pants sagging to your knees. No one wants to see that. And your little ghetto voice. Like, it doesn't...
You have your toes out and your coochie out, and you look like a plumber. Shots fired!
It doesn't sound like English. Speak English, act normal, and people will not judge you. That's just how it is. And of course, there's some black people that are wonderful. Ones who are upstanding citizens, treat others with respect, speak normally. Like,
I have to say though, marketing, this is what it is. This is the landscape we live in now. You can LARP being conservative and sell your body, and it works. This is marketing. There's going to be tons of guys that go and buy her OnlyFans because she's just LARPing the mess out of this. Because who knows if she actually believes it. But she's bridging the two gaps, right? She's bridging the conservative guy gap and then the guys that want to buy this type of content. And if you're going to market to a certain crowd, it's probably better to market towards conservative men because they probably have jobs. The liberal men want to live off the government and dye their hair all crazy colors and get septum rings. Whereas, with this chick, she's probably marketing to men that actually have disposable income. So, it's actually a pretty good play. I'm not going to lie. Game is game. And also game is game. If you want to play games, you can scan this QR code. You can click on the link in the description. You can get $10 on me. It's super simple. Free Cash is an app where basically you can play a bunch of different mobile games. Average time to earn your first cash was 17 minutes. And then average withdrawal sent yesterday was $25. I'm getting you halfway there by just giving you $10. All you got to do is scan that. Click the link in the description. It's super simple. I'm trying to become the #1 guy on the Free Cash app, and I told them my audience is the best. So you guys actually convert. So I'm trying to show them, even if you don't play the games, just download the app. It's super simple. All right, let's get back off into this. What else she got?
Today we're learning about lesbians. Can you say lesbian? Good job. Here are two lesbians. Miss Chrissy is a cisgender woman. Miss Annie is a transgender woman.
Turn that shit the fuck off. This is a full-blown predator. Period. Nothing that you say or do can change that. This is clearly a video being catered to children too, because no adult talks to another adult this way. So, predator, jail, electric.
I mean, I would agree that that person is a predator.
I hate men. I'm a misandrist.
Why are men so horrible right now?
Men are misogynistic. Men want women dead. It's disgusting.
Ain't nobody said that.
Somebody got some
In the
issues.
history of how many videos we've watched, how many times have you seen a man come on there and go, I'm a misogynist? You don't really see it. You don't really see it. Now, within the incel culture, yeah, I do believe, we see a lot of women openly say they hate men.
I hate men. Dudes are just, oh my god, look at that!
Oh my god, I hate all men, but look at these lesbians. Like, how can you hate men? Men have given her everything that she has. Her phone, her
Also, men have given you everything that you have.
house, everything that she's wearing. Here's the thing. A woman is simultaneously a victim and empowered until something happens, and then she chooses which state benefits her most. And on top of that, imagine how fast she would run to a man if anything, like, popped off. If anything was happening.
I mean, I will say these talking points are 5 years old, and she's just now started this podcast, but this chick's probably going to blow up, though.
Nothing makes me happier than the tens of thousands of messages I've been getting of people thanking me for doing what I'm doing. Like, who would have thought it was so rare, though? Like, I'm glad I can be...
It's not. It's not rare. It's just in different packaging. There's a lot of people like, there's me, Benny Johnson, Osmond Gold, Anton Daniels. We preach a lot of these same based philosophies. We just don't show our cooter.
a voice for my generation because clearly...
You're not a voice for the generation. Maybe a queef for the generation. You're not the voice of a generation. Do not give yourself that much credit.
A lot of my generation is lost more than I thought. I guess they're just...
Actually, I disagree with that point. When I was at VidCon, I met with quite a few kids that were Gen Z, and most of them were very based, and most of them were very conservative, super logical, didn't like social media. A lot of them, I think maybe the small percentage like you that look like a plumber with a big nose, maybe people like you are obsessed with the internet and things like that, but a lot of the Gen Z kids I met were more conservative, more Christian, and more logical than I thought I would ever meet.
Bunch of soft little bitches, but I'm here to save the world, so not worry about them. I'm basically Superwoman.
Okay, good Lord, man, this is bad. Coochie maxing, cooter mogging. I don't even know what's going on, bro. Where are we at?
When
right
you
now,
guys
bro?
see the American flag, what comes to mind? Is it good stuff or
Slavery, poverty, nothing happy, nothing at all. Every time I see the American flag, I just want to burn it.
Wants to burn it. I mean, this video is hilarious. It stands for slavery, yet they're walking around free in this country half naked, wearing a rainbow flag, holding an alcoholic drink like fucking retards.
It sounds like she doesn't really believe these things, but she knows that if she says them, she's going to garner some type of audience.
It's always white people need to stop being racist. It's never minorities need to be more likable. If white people don't like you, it's usually not for no reason, actually. It's not because of the color of your skin. And if you come to white countries, it is not white people's responsibility to accept you the way you are. That's brainwashing. It's your responsibility to be acceptable to how white people are. Like if I come into your house and you say take off your shoes and I drag muddy footprints into your kitchen because I didn't listen to you, that would be an issue. We give minorities and foreigners the most cultural and political identity space in our own countries than we do our own selves.
Well, we give everybody that in this country. That's the beauty of America.
Have you ever wondered why Islam seems to side with the leftist agenda? I'll tell you. They will use democracy to install Muslim mayors in your city. They will use democracy to install Muslim judge in your court. They will use democracy to install Muslim council members. They will use democracy to install Muslim politicians. They will use democracy to install a Muslim prime minister. And after everything is done, they will use that to uninstall democracy. And it's spot on.
I feel like she's LARPing. I feel like this can't be serious.
Who wants Sharia law? All the Muslims say, me. Okay, well, who wants to go live in Iraq? Not me. Who hates America? All the Muslims put their hands up. Okay, who wants to live in America? Me.
Bruh.
Okay, so you left your Muslim country under Sharia law to move to a Christian nation only to want to bring Muslim rulership and Sharia law back into the country, only to want to bring laws that destroyed your country into America. For some reason, these people...
Yeah, Sharia law is terrible.
Here, I'm going to give you a rundown of the Democratic Party. Lost the Civil War. Founded the KKK. created cancel culture, censored free speech, normalized mental illness, created a trans cult, put radicals in Congress, opened borders, they stole an election, they demonized law.
I feel like somebody's writing this for her, and she's just reading it off. It you know what I mean? It seems too polished. From a guy who can speak from experience here of having your own show, sometimes you're going to say things that you're going to stumble over, but all these clips seem very carefully curated, and she's like listing things off. I don't buy it, dude. I'm really thinking this is a holy LARP here. I really do.
Just ask, what's the difference between me wearing this and what a nun wears?
Well, it probably has something to do with the fact that nuns don't unexpectedly explode. They don't go boom.
Oh my God. Yeah, this has got to be a LARP.
Why is everybody always offended by everything?
That clip's way too quiet. What do we got next? I just found out about, like, some people are covering this chick. What are some of her street interviews? What do we have?
What do you search on the hub?
So this is how she got herself started.
Interracial.
So us?
Yeah. You. Prefer
Me.
Huh?
That's so funny.
Dude, I'm gonna keep it a buck. She's beat. Like, without her showing her cooter, I don't really think she would have been able to make it.
Obese people should not have opinions.
Obese people should not have opinions. It's like she went onto ChatGPT and just typed in, what are the most conservative, right-leaning arguments I can make, and how can I divide people? I've also said this, when you're building a brand, the best way to build a brand is to come up with a common enemy. This is a fantastic way to do it. And what does Osmongold have to say? I'll get back off into this.
Here, I'm going to give you a rundown of the Democratic Party. Lost the Civil War, founded the KKK, created cancel culture, censored free speech, normalized mental illness, created a trans cult, put radicals in Congress, opened borders, they stole an election, they demonized law enforcement, they encouraged violence, they tried to assassinate Trump, they laughed when Charlie Kirk died, they promote communism, they hate American culture, they hate you if you disagree with them. Shit, do I need to keep going?
I don't even know.
Here, I'm gonna give you
I mean, a lot of the points are on point, but it feels so LARPy. It doesn't feel genuine.
Nobody takes Laura Loomer seriously. She's a nobody. Like, she's literally the only person in Donald Trump's circle that even Trump thought was so crazy that she didn't deserve a government job. And so he said, let it go. So I let it go. And like the very next day, she just moved on to somebody else.
It was probably me. I got attacked by her 2 weeks ago for being, I don't know what I posted, something, and for being a Muslim, something about me. I'm not Muslim. I was born Christian Orthodox, but about me being a Muslim something. I can't remember what it's about. I completely forgot now. I'm sure related to Iran. But the reason I brought up Laura Loomer is the interview with Zelensky, and the reason I brought it up with you is, just you're muted again, is the part of a bigger question. It started with, how many of these influences in general do you think are paid off, are compromised in one way or another? That's the question I wanted to ask you.
See, that's what I'm saying, dude. It seems like there's an agenda with this. All the talking points are there. She's come up out of nowhere. It seems like a LARP. It seems like I think it is a LARP numero uno, but number two, it's just marketing. She's just marketing it in a right way where people will want to see it.
You know what? I actually think it's a lot. I didn't even give this any thought until about a year ago. And there's an investigative journalist whom I respect a great deal. And she said, listen, I've had people independently tell me, and she named 4 podcasters, that these 4 podcasters are taking, for example, CIA money. And I said, really? I said, boy, that would be pretty explosive. Are you going to go public with it? And she said, no, because I can't find anything to confirm it. And they're 4, like, kind of household names.
Well, and you got to think, if you want to red pill a bunch of young incels, which most incels, I would have put one in the chat if you agree. I think most incels are probably more right-leaning anyway, more conservative. But this is a great way to get men to want to go right, is by having a girl show off her body in Coochie Mog and Cooter Max and try to speak some conservative right-leaning ideologies. This is a great way to do it.
She's under the impression take CIA money. Well, if podcasters had taken CIA money, you can bet your bottom dollar they're taking Israeli money, Russian money, maybe even Chinese money, who knows, depending on what the issue is. I could see it. And, Laura Loomer, it's funny, when she was attacking me, some guy, God bless him, total stranger, he opened a new X account just to make this one tweet, and then he canceled it. He went to Grok, and he said, Grok, which country benefits the most from what John Kiriakou says? And then he put it, that I'm a whistleblower and torture program. It says the United States, and he explains why. And then he said the same words. What country most benefits from Laura Loomer's statements? And then it says Israel, and it has a whole thing of her support for Israel. And then he posted it, and he canceled the account. So I was like, whoever it was, thank you for defending me like that.
You should have. Did it go viral, that post?
Geez, I don't even know. God.
Should have tweeted it.
There aren't enough hours in the day for me to check these things. But
because the big problem with these OnlyFans girls is it drives men away from relationships. It makes them think that these synthetic, artificial relationships online with these women that just want you to goon is something that's actually real. When in reality, it's so far away from the truth. These women don't care about you. They just want your money. That's all it is. And it's truly sad because we see a lot of men fall prey to this. And I think this is a huge problem. Is that a lot of men fall prey to this thinking that these synthetic fake relationships are actually real and genuine, and they do think if they trade their resources for a little bit of her attention that this is something that they can build a real relationship. And it's like the problem is no, you can't. It will never be a real relationship. It'll never be anything other than her just trying to it's essentially just extortion. She's trying to extort you for money. Because you got to think about it this way. If a woman can get you to buy her OnlyFans content, then she could probably extort you, especially if she knows maybe your real name, or you tell her something about yourself, maybe where you work. This could be something that's really bad. Let's get off into the comments of yesterday's video. This is everyone is starting to see what's happening in America, and it's making people angry. We deserve what we tolerate. Life is unaffordable and women still want more. That's true. On a related note, the real agenda behind Obama's Cash for Clunkers program was to remove older, reliable vehicles from the inventory and replace them with high-tech electronics so your average shade tree mechanic can no longer work on them. They don't want you to buy a house. They want you to rent from them. They own everything. What is it? You own nothing and you're happy? Ice trays are still a thing. Screw the ice maker. This started a long time ago when Bill Clinton signed the NAFTA Act, the Fair Housing Act, and expanded trade with China. No one is excited because life is unaffordable. There isn't a vehicle worth buying made after 2020. So glad I was able to get my house in 2002, and I'd never buy a new car. 4 years of fraudulent auto pen has consequences. Everything doubled during lockdown, but Ben & Jerry's jacked their prices before it happened like they knew. It's so true. Shout out to the guy that does the Arizona iced teas, because those are the same price. Feels like 40 to 50% inflation in just a few years. Price of buying a house went from $350 to $400K in 2018, $500 to $650 today, about 50 flock cameras within 25 miles. Chat, should I do a video on the flock cameras? Let me know. Put something in the comments if you want me to do a video about the flock cameras. They're gentrifying existence. The novel Dune warned us about the ironic dangers that hyper-safe societies create when they squelch our human drive to take risks and explore. Progress stalls and the human spirit wilts. A certain amount of healthy and unhealthy risk is necessary for human growth. Divine Redwood. Love your rhetoric there. We rent a 2-bedroom house in Toledo, Ohio for $1,200 a month. I drive for FedEx Ground, and my wife cooks at Texas Roadhouse. We get by, and I'm grateful for what we have, but things are definitely tight. Shout out to you, Matt. We got a bunch of replies on that one. Let's check it out. Just keep grinding, brother. Start searching for a cheap plot of land. Dang, I thought those kind of rents were basically extinct. A subscription for your keys for your apartment. My 1-bed in Orlando is $1,250. I want ice. I just go to Home Depot and parking lot and yell, oh my God. Why would you buy a refrigerator with Wi-Fi? America is circling the drain. Society is effed. New refrigerators are not worth a darn. I saw a psychiatrist a couple months ago who said humans aren't wired to adjust to the change that's happening at such a crazy rate today. As long as people pay, prices and services will continue for us to rise. Data center nodes control your home electricity and Wi-Fi. This is dystopian. Everyone on these platforms just regurgitating what everybody else does. Does nothing new. My wife and I pay $3,500 a month. We're both high earners, but the budget is gobbled up by the cost of living. Still driving a 2017 car with 180,000 miles because I can't afford a new vehicle. Oh my God. That's wild. That's what's also crazy to me is that you can be a relatively high earner and still not be able to live a lush life. Because, dude, growing up for me, I had a buddy, his dad was an orthopedic surgeon. This guy did really, really well. He was probably making $300 to $400K a year. They lived in a baller crib. They all got to drive nice whips. Now, they weren't crazy whips, but they had nice whips. They had a boat. They had a home gym. They had a pool in the back. They had a tennis court. They had like almost 2 acres in a neighborhood. They did really well. And I'm making as much as this orthopedic surgeon was then. I'm making that now, a little bit more than that. I can't afford to have a pool. I can't afford to have a tennis court. I darn sure can't afford to have a boat and multiple cars. I have 1 car and a small house. Because I do want to save most of my money. That's another big thing for me. But now, as you know, I have a family now, we need a bigger home. And I'm looking at some of these homes, and for like a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house, was $800,000. $800,000. My mortgage would be $8,000 a month. Are you kidding me? That's a third of what I make. It's insane to me. Even when I lived in Dallas, I lived in uptown Dallas. I had a 1-bedroom apartment, Chad. It was a 1-bedroom with a study. It was $2,200 a month. $2,200 a month. Absolutely insane to me. I don't understand it. But, yeah. Ain't that right, Looks? Free?
What a good boy.
Wait. Free? Go to your place. Yeah, man. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Put flock cameras in the comments in the chat if you want me to do a video on that. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. It was always good to have you guys out, man. Until next time, peace. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. If I'm not splitting cheeks, then we're splitting the check. Let's get off into it.
I think we'll do this again. Thanks for taking the restaurant. I'm so glad you treated me to dinner. This is the first time I've ever had a girl.
I'm not paying for the dinner.
What do you mean? You said you wanted to go on a date.
You were the one that said you wanted to take me out, though. Are you saying that I'm gonna have to pay for the dinner?
I thought you wanted to take me out.
Why would I take a guy out?
Because I work in finance and I'm a great guy.
So you have to pay for it. You get your card out.
I left my wallet at home. You have Venmo, right? Can you Venmo?
That's always the best one. I left my wallet at home, dude.
On the server, I had a really great dinner. Because I really enjoyed the dinner, I'm happy to split it.
Why would I split the bill?
Who are you? I don't even know who you are.
That's so crazy.
I just met you yesterday.
I really don't know what to say right now. Please pay for the bill because I'm literally about to leave. Are you going to pay for the bill or not? That's all I want to know.
I'll split it 50-50.
Why would I split it? I literally only ordered a salad. You had like a steak.
I know, but you had 2 glasses of wine. I only had 1. You had way more than I did.
That's so crazy. I literally didn't even drink the wine. I've never had this happen.
Go on a date.
Excuse me, can we get 2 more glasses of wine? Thank you.
Winter, you ordered another glass of wine? We haven't even closed the bill yet.
Yeah, you have to pay for it. Cheers.
Order more wine. I really love that you treat me to this stuff. Like, talk about this before.
The person who... Dude, here's my thing, dude. Unless you're splitting cheeks, we're splitting checks, dude. There's an expectation, right?
I mean,
you want me to pay for the food. And the only reason we're paying for the food is that we hope there's, a little bit of tuna at the end of that tunnel. And if there's no tuna, we're splitting.
It feels so good to not have to pay for no dinner for the first time in forever.
You wore a bonnet to a date, bro.
What do you mean?
What you mean what I mean? It's only 178. Why you giving it back?
178? My God. Would you guys get lamb chops?
What you mean? I feel like on a date, but I'm not paying for it. I don't want to pay for it.
No, you said you was taking me on a date.
I'm taking on a date, but I'm not paying for it.
Why can't you pay? You just told me you was taking me on a date this morning.
I feel like you're a man and you should be able to pay.
So you're just gonna drive me here and expect me to pay?
Yes, I brought my kid and all. I want you to pay for it.
You brought your kid? You're dressed like a bum.
No. Hold on. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. You told me you was taking me out on a date. I done took you on multiple dates, so you can't pay today?
No, I cannot.
Nah.
I'm not paying for nothing.
You brought your snot-nosed little brat? I just can't, dude. She brought her little snot-nosed brat. The audaciousness. They must be selling Audacity at Goodwill with some of these women, bro. That's insane. She thought that was okay,
We were
bro.
dating. Would I need to pay for your hair and your nails?
I don't understand.
Honestly, yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah.
What gives you that mentality?
Then I need you to pay my rent and my car note.
I mean, like, if you want me to look good, then you gotta pay for it.
Is this what you call looking good?
Gotcha, bitch. If you were doing it before I came into your life, why do I have to start doing that now that I'm your man?
I would say because you would want me to look good, so you would want me
But
to...
you already want to look good. Why would I need to motivate you monetarily? Before we get into today's story, I gotta show you guys something hilarious. So I keep seeing comments saying, Levi, somehow this AI had Talk about.
Do those things?
So how much do your nails cost?
Probably like anywhere between 60 to 80.
Not bad.
Like every 3 weeks.
And hair?
Depending on the hair, sometimes $90, sometimes $1,000.
$1,000. And I would have to put that as your man?
I mean, if you're not gonna pay for it all, maybe like at least half.
At least half. Why would it cost $1,000 to get your hair done?
If you get like extensions, if you get treatments put in your hair, like, I don't know. I like to have nice hair, so.
Is there ever a time where you would pay for your man's haircut or?
No. No.
Of course, they would never pay for us, but they always expect us to pay for them. The double standards are crazy. And this is what I don't understand. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. These are things that all of these women were going to do whether you're there or not, but they expect us now that we're there that we have to pay for them.
For a man to maintain you, or do you prefer to work?
A man should maintain me because
Baby girl, I can only afford so many buffets.
my dad maintained me. I never paid
Yeah,
for
get your daddy to do it then. Get your daddy to do it.
nothing.
Don't worry, ma'am. This is what I don't understand. This is why I say these women really want dads. They want father figures. They don't want husbands.
Say to her to convince her to end up with you tonight. What did I say to you tonight?
We made eye contact first.
That's all it took?
That's all it took.
Eye contact? I love it. I know you had it like that, viejo.
And then he came up to me, he's like, I'll buy you a drink.
Well, guess what? In 2026, 2027, and every year after, we don't buy girls drinks anymore. That's
Hold on.
But you know why? Why? You know why? You know why? In 2026, equal rights, equal fights, viejo.
I'm not like every other girl.
Yeah, you're a liar. You're a liar. I'm not like every other girl. While she's at the bar. You get out of here with that.
A man to pay for everything.
Of course you do. You look like you're built for tough. Those bangs. Oh my gosh, she's hiding a forehead that's larger than mine.
It's like my preference.
You prefer the man to
You know, my preference is women that aren't beggars. How about that?
for everything.
Yes.
Why?
Because I feel like I deserve that.
The universe owes you no understanding. Good Lord, Gums. It looks like her dad worked at the Wrigley's factory.
You deserve that.
Because I deserve to have a good life.
No, you don't. Newsflash, you don't deserve anything.
I want to have kids. So if a man can't provide me kids, I wouldn't date him in the first place.
Why do you feel like you can't
Oh my God, the human pincushion coming out of left field there.
provide for yourself? Like,
Whoa, my Lord, have mercy. Maybe she's on our side. Let me stop. God, she's pale as a ghost.
pay for
I
your own
can't provide
things.
for myself.
So why don't you?
I do.
But most of the time you want the man to?
No, if I date a man, I want him to provide for me.
So even if they do provide for you, if you are dating a man, so you go on a first date, so right off the bat, you consider that he should pay off right off the bat?
Yes.
Even though he knows nothing about you, you guys are just getting to know each other?
Yeah, because he has to get to know me.
But you have to get to know him too.
If he wants to do 50-50, we can, but that would be the last time I see him. And
That's
just me.
crazy.
Yeah.
All this talk, God, just the gold digging, this self-admittance of gold digging. This is another thing I don't understand, and put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I don't, like, not everybody's worth something, dude. Some people are worthless. Some people aren't worth a darn. And what happened to the good old days where you could just sit around and actually get to know somebody, son? What happened to them days, boy? Them days are just dead and gone. It's truly sad, though.
Finally got me something to eat, but he got me the smallest one and he got himself 2 big ones and he didn't get me a drink.
Why the f you care? You always complain about everything you do. Bro, there's not one day you don't complain about nothing. Like, stop complaining, life will get better, you understand?
Her getting this. I mean, this is so true. It's it really kills a man's motivation the more you nag. That's why I always say less nagging, more gagging. It's a really simple solution. That's going to be my campaign slogan. Less nagging, more gagging.
And men.
And tell me why as well.
Because I've paid £8 for a job and like my makeup's like I wear 2 concealers alone. So
The smaller portion was definitely him trying to tell her something.
On the first date.
and men.
Who pays on the first date? Men.
Tell me why as well.
Because I've paid £8 for a job and like my makeup's like I wear 2 concealers alone. So like, why is a man gonna like not pay?
I wear 2 concealers alone. Golly, your accent is thicker than a bowl of cold peanut butter.
No, you've got to prove yourself first. I know girls should offer, but not have to pay.
I don't think they should offer.
On the first date.
Just say you offered. The guy was like, yeah, go on then.
Yeah, I'll never see them again. Block.
Yeah, I wouldn't see him again afterwards.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you pay?
You don't want to.
CJ, you're going to pay for the date then?
Never. Even if it's your birthday, you have to pay. I'm sorry.
This is why all these women are alone, dude.
What, the man's birthday?
Yeah.
So,
the present's being out with me.
The presence being out with you. Dude, here's my thing. This is why I say men are the prize. You can't be the prize when you're born with your value. If you're a woman, you're born with your value. As long as you're fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, and don't have any children outside of wedlock, you can be a high-value woman. Guess what? If you flip it, if a man has all of that, it does not make him a high-value man. As a high-value man, you have to have status, you have to have money, you have to have height, you have to have a body, you have to have money, you have to have assets. These are things that you have to go earn in the market, whereas a woman doesn't have to earn anything in the market. She's given everything in the market. That's why men are the prize, in my opinion. And I'm not saying every man is the prize. Men of high value are the prize. And most women want those guys. They want the mark of the beast, 6 foot, 6-pack, 6 figures. Other women want him. I want him to have a network of other high status individuals. I want him to be, LinkedIn level visible. I want him to have money, but then I also want him to have a lot of time for me. The catch-22 is if you want a man to have a lot of time for you, then he's probably not going to make a lot of money. If you want him to have a lot of time for you, he can't make a lot of money. If you want him to have a lot of money, he can't have that much time. It's like, come on, you got to pick your poison here.
Man should pay on the first date.
I think it depends.
What does it depend on?
Oh, the circumstance, the culture. I think it's, culture specific, people specific.
Yeah? Would you pay on the first date?
Personally, I'm more of a split the bill type of person.
Oh, okay. So you want a strong woman who can pay her way?
Yeah. I
Wait.
think that's...
So if it's a strong woman that can pay her way is 50-50, then is it a strong man that can pay his way at 50-50?
Gotcha, bitch.
Notice they don't talk about it like that.
Great.
Okay.
In other words,
he's like, I think that's great. I've been watching South Park, and I've got to the season where there's the vice principal there, and she's like, my name is Woman, Strong Woman. It's hilarious. I think it's season 22. Seeing if she can get someone to pay for our dinner in Miami.
Somewhere in the season.
Not with a face like that. What is going? Here she goes. What is she doing? What?
Stop.
Is this a stripper on her off day? Is she going to walk this stage? Do you think somebody's going to see you walk this stage and be like, oh my God, let me pay her mill? God, the level of stupidity.
Date and the woman pays for you?
Yeah, it's fine for me.
We went on a date and I said, I pay the bill.
Yeah, I'll be super happy. I'm like, yeah, I might see her again. It's working out. I've seen those American movies where the guy drives the girl home.
What are these guys, Swedish?
That's not the common situation in Sweden. A woman in Sweden is expected to be an adult and self-sufficient. There's not the preconception of me as a man. I have to pay for people to be a man. No, people should be able to pay for themselves. And if they're not, then something is wrong.
Sounds like women.
I mean, I've heard that they basically culturally castrate these Swedish men into being like, yeah, women are equal, and now it's really backfired for women because now they got to pay for everything.
Just can't afford it. I just can't afford to take it all out as a group.
Are you joking?
No.
That's not what you said to me last week.
That's not what I thought.
Yeah, well, when I was deep in your clam, I'd be saying some crazy things, Rebecca.
Agreed on. I thought we agreed on me and you, and that was the thing.
Yeah, but that's on Thursday. That's next Thursday. We're going out today. It's my birthday today, and you said that you're going to be paying for them.
Nah, bro. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. If I go out with Cass and she brings all her little friends, I ain't paying for all her little friends. No, nope. That ain't my responsibility. Woman shames man for not paying for her food on a date.
And don't pay for my food.
Really? You put the phone out?
Yeah, I put my phone out.
What steak is so good? That's cool.
If you invite somebody, don't y'all expect them to pay for your food? You invited me here.
Don't you expect it? Like, I don't pay for women if I
She
can't.
sounds like she's got some gristle in her throat.
Big back.
A little thick in the loin area.
Touch them. Like, y'all think because you pretty, I'm supposed to be just cashing my money?
The point of the date is to get to know each other.
We didn't know each other. I'm going to eat, you pay for your food, I pay for my own food, right?
That wasn't part of the... When you invited me on a date, I expected you to pay. I don't have any money, and I told you that. You still...
This is the problem, especially with the modern day market, is the expectations. Women are always raised... Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Women are raised up knowing what to expect from a man, but women are never taught as young girls what a man expects from them. They get to grow up in a life of bliss. Ah-dee-da, man should do this, that, and the third for me. They have a laundry list of things that a man should do to them to court them, to please them, to earn their body, earn their trust, earn their time. But when you ask a woman, well, what are you going to do for a man to earn all those things for him? They ain't got a clue. It's a whole brain fart. Well, I was never taught. This is what we have to do in society. We have to roll it back, and we have to start teaching young girls and young women what they need to do that's the equal and opposite of what they expect a man to do for them. If we get to that point, maybe we'll see more relationships, but I feel like the problem is now is that a lot of young girls are raised up with princess treatment, and it's a lot of dads' faults because they raise them up with princess treatment, they give them everything that they want, and they don't ever expect them to do anything in return, and it creates an entitled person.
I am not a feminist. I am not a feminist at all. But I will say a man should pay on a first date.
All right, well, you should gluck gluck on the first date.
And all the rest of the date. But it's a man's job.
And it's a woman's job.
Birth babies. You know what it does to us? Fuck that. You should pay for dinner.
Okay. I hate when they relate to birthing a child to paying for dinner. Because the thing is you're not going to birth a child after a first date, stupid.
Nice, I'm hot, and I'm smart.
Who told you that?
Shots fired! Nice, hot, smart. NHS.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a beautiful thing. What are you looking for in a real one?
I'm looking for someone that's nice, and that will pay for everything that I want.
This woman only added
the gold digging. They shoot themselves in the foot. If women could just mask it a little bit better and say, hey, I really want to get to know a guy, she might be fine, but they don't even try to mask it anymore.
Yeah. Mr. Receipt?
Yeah.
Why does it have my name?
She looked at that receipt like it was written in Braille. So, what is this? I don't even know what this is. Why has it got my name on it? And he did the run. That's crazy work, bro. Oh, my God. What do we have?
You want to buy me a drink?
No.
Oh, why?
Because you're not going to stick with me?
At least he can't.
Oh, he had a point.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You really want a man to buy you something, you gotta, he's going to be expecting something for this transaction.
Be like, oh, my God. I'll never buy nothing. We know, Flat Purse. We know you can't even afford dinner. That's why you begging everybody to take you outside. Who want to take me out to eat? I'm so hungry. Who wants to hang out on board? We know, Flat Purse. You could never.
Dude, I love it. I love this chick. She's great. Let's normalize calling women broke. They love calling us broke. There's two things that women never identify as. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments what you think those two things are. Actually, there's like three things, really. Number one, it's broke. Women never identify as broke. They identify as working on a come up, maybe struggling. The number two thing they never identify as being ugly. Women will never identify as being ugly, ever. And the number three thing, I guess those are the two things, broke and ugly. They'll never identify as being broke and ugly.
Yep.
I thought I had a third one.
Thank you so much for the drinks.
Yeah.
My boyfriend is here, so I have to go.
Nasty drinks. This idiot buy you drinks all night?
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
See ya. Thank you.
Wow.
The freeload.
That's crazy work. At least she said thanks, right, dude? This is why I say don't buy these women stuff, bruh. Stop it.
Facts.
Take me shopping.
Was you trying to drop that neck?
Drop the neck. Don't install your larynx.
Maybe if you're taking me shopping.
I need to see what's up right now, though. Well, I'm not about to take you shopping then. Why would I take you shopping? I don't know you. You don't know me. You just wasn't interested.
But how are you gonna get to know me?
What you mean? We go on a date, get some lunch. That's how you get to know somebody. Not at the mall. What's at the mall? Just clothes. I don't need clothes.
I do.
You said you get money, right? So take yourself shopping. Ain't to do with me. That's your job. I ain't your daddy.
All right then. So.
Hey, drop the neck. Wow, wow. Bing, 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 bing. Are you dropping that neck? I'm just saying, if ladies started dropping more neck, we'd probably be in a really good place in this world. We probably really would be. You know what I mean? We'd probably be in a fantastic place.
I'm sorry, Chad. I'm sorry.
Drop the neck. Bow, bow. You know, I come from the dubstep generation, 2009. And so that hit home for me. What do we have? Do you ever split the bill?
Split the bill on a date.
No, what is wrong? Can I take this? What is wrong with these men? No, I'm not even kidding you. No, they're not men. I was just talking about this. No, they don't hold the door open. They act like they're almighty. I don't know. Everybody needs Jesus.
So apparently you're only a real man if
So you're only a religious guy, I guess, if you pay for women and you're a simp.
Name, your age, where you're from, and tell us why you popped your balloon.
So my name's Levi, 29 years old.
Dude,
I'm
Levi, what's happening, cuz?
a comedian. The reason why I popped the balloon is because she said she doesn't go 50-50. I believe, especially on a first date or the first few weeks, I think that we should go 50-50. That's just my personal opinion.
Okay, so soon as she said 50-50 for you, that was out.
Yeah. 100.
I understand though, because you're a comedian. They don't owe much, so I get it. Oh, it's fine.
Oh, okay, Shayla. So I was about to ask you. So what do you feel about him saying? And yeah, you clearly.
Yeah, I get it. I wouldn't date a comedian unless he was like Stadium, you know.
But then he wouldn't date you because you're built like a frog. I'm just saying, honey. You want him to be winning. This is why I say women wait at the finish line and pick the winners, bro. Like, she's like, I wouldn't date a guy that's struggling. I wouldn't date a guy that's building anything. I just want to date a guy who's already on top. And the thing is, the guy on top has options.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, date 2.
Tomorrow,
that should be ready.
yeah?
Yeah, tomorrow. Or tomorrow. Yeah, well, it depends on if it's one night stand.
When it will be ready, I will send you
Yeah.
the message.
Oh, yeah, let me know.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
Yeah. And when the check arrives, when it gets here, I think we should just split it 50-50.
Oh, really? I thought we are on a date, but if you want to be friends, you know, we can be friends.
No, this is definitely a date. I just like to, you know, if we're gonna be husband and wife, it's gonna be a fair partnership. So, you know.
You told me that you work for your father's company. May I ask a question, personal?
Sure. Yeah.
Maybe you can give me his number, you know, and I can go on a date with him.
She didn't have to come out and...
I thought the Russian stuff, I thought they was different, man. I don't know. Maybe all the lip fillers get into their head. She asked Caleb to be her sugar daddy.
You please be my sugar daddy.
Are you saying me?
Yeah, you.
Listen, here's the thing. This is what I'll say. I'm in a 6-month relationship, okay? I'm chilling. I'm not throwing out money for...
You could have afforded some pretty pristine...
I am satisfied with the one that I currently have. I do appreciate it. The thing is, like, what would you even receive in that? Let's go down the rabbit hole. What would that even look like? It's a business agreement. What does that look like?
Like me and you?
You're proposing. What does it look like?
Well, like you just said, Caleb, it's between 2 consenting adults and with an exchange of gifts or money.
Yeah, so what are you proposing?
Caleb, I'm proposing.
Okay, it's not that. I said make a proposal, not...
That's a proposal? What do you mean? That's a question.
No, what is the exchange rate?
I don't know.
What's
I
the
don't know
conversion?
I don't know what my is worth.
No, my... Okay.
Oh.
I'm not even saying that.
I don't know what you're asking me.
She's basically
Is it for every Birkin bag I get you, I get $1? Is it for every Zelle? Every PayPal? I'll leave you guys with a quote, man. If you lead with money, she leaves with money. Shubin and I should have bought a Honda, put it on a t-shirt. And here's another one. If she's making you wait, another dude hit it on the first date. Shubin and I should have bought a Honda, put it on a t-shirt. So, you just got to be careful out there in these streets. Ain't that right, Lokes?
What a good boy.
But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's always good to have you guys out, man. Until next time. Peace.
Alright, last one.
You got to be dumber than a snow shovel in South Texas to think that money you're getting from being an influencer just ain't going to dry up. I remember back in my day, boy, when you could just go out and you didn't have to influence nothing. All you did was get on your bicycle, ride out, and you came home when the street lights came on. Boy, hallelujah, amen. Let's get off into this. It seems like influencers are going broke, and I, for one, I could care less. I'm going to get into my finances at the end of this and just stick around to that very end, and then we'll go over some comments from a previous video.
Yeah, they think every influencer is a billionaire. But these influencers are all broke. Like that. Like that's what I let's be real. Like, can I speak really candidly with you guys? Please. Most of these people are broker than if they were working a regular job. Like, it's not. Nobody teaches you how to do this shit, bro. Like, there's no handbook. There's no school for this. How do I monetize a personal brand? How do I handle a brand deal? How much should I charge, right? Like, what if they don't pay me? I can't afford you know what I mean? Right, like, That's really how it is, bro. People don't know.
I tell people all the time, I'm like, yo, it's not everything you see. There's the big dogs, right? Nelk and them. But like, you also have to think, they've never even made money from YouTube. They don't even have AdSense. Like, their money comes from Happy Dad, and
that's what people should understand. You can't just create content and make a bunch of money off of things like AdSense unless you're really big. I know people that are doing $1 million plus a month with just brand deals, but they are literally...
That's insane. Brand deals, dude? Oh my God. Dude, that's an insane amount. I'll go over how much I've made at the very end in just brand deals alone. That's an insane amount. In AdSense, you can make a lot of coin. You really can, but you got to do long form. You can't do short form videos, dude.
I think all these influencers are lying about being rich. I'm almost at 1 million followers.
Golly, so much plastic in her lips. I thought she was going to float away in the ocean. There is some turtle in the Atlantic that is terrified of this woman's mouth.
Broke as fuck. Well, not broke, but like I go to my regular minimum wage job every single day, 5 days a week, clock in. That's how I pay all of my bills. Is that my thing? I did my taxes and I only got 3 brand deals this year, each for $2,000, which works out to like $500 extra a month. Amazing, gorgeous. I can never be happier. But I'm just saying $500 a month is not livable. You know, like, but I am super grateful for it.
Yeah, not when you have veneers, fake eyelashes, fake nails, lip filler. Yeah, it usually does add up. It looks like you got an eyebrow lady. Live below your means.
I'm saying that's all that I got. Like, if you could see, you know? And I think just these influencers are lying to you. I think because they're either trying to sell you a course or tell you how great their life is after, you know, you've insulted them. But there's nothing up here. I'm up here now with everybody else, and I'm telling
Wait
you
a
that
minute, you're broke. How are you up there if you're broke? That doesn't make any sense.
There's nothing up here. And the fuck is this?
There's actually a lot up there, but you got to learn how to manage your money, brother. That's what you got to do. You got to learn how to manage your money. And here's an easy way. You can go download Free Cash. It's super simple. Scan the QR code, click the link in the description. You can get $10 on me. The average withdrawal yesterday, let's just check it because Free Cash updates their website almost every freaking day. 17 minutes average time to earn your first cash, $22 average withdrawal sent yesterday. You can play a slew of different games. It's super simple. So if you're sitting on your butt, you need something where you can make a little bit of money, you can do this. I got a guy in the Discord named he's my boy Eric. Shout out to my boy Eric here. Let's see if I can't pull this guy up. Eric made over $2,000. Made over $2,000 on Free Cash. So some of you guys are like, oh, I don't want to try Free Cash, bro. You should at least try it. You could at least cash out on $20 and then you can go have a beer on me. Don't ever say I've never done anything for you guys. Please don't. Like some of you guys like to get in here and say, Levi, you've never done anything for me. I'm right here. I got your back like a chiropractor. Let's get off into these broke people.
So a lot of these influencers and people nowadays, they take their quick little money, they spend it all, they're not investing correctly, they don't have the right team, and they have a Lambo and then they're broke in 6 months. And you're like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, and from what I know about Jeffree Star, he rich. He rich.
The reality of being a content creator with over 200,000 followers is I'm broke.
Wait, did she just say over 200,000? Baby girl, who are you influencing?
The reality of being a content creator with over 200,000 followers is I'm broke. I go viral literally every single week. Every week. I got like over 8 million views this past month. I have like loyal fans, you know? But I'm just like, yo, I had $101 in my bank account yesterday. Last month, the Creator Fund paid me like $70 because I make a lot of short form videos that aren't over 1 minute long. And I'm going to keep saying this, like, people are not paying Black creators. I have
Okay, nah, let's not bring race into it, dude. Stupid. Ain't got nothing to do with that. It's the fact that you're a short form creator. I went to VidCon. Some of you guys have called me and asked me, like, Levi, what's some advice you got for me? I want to be a content creator. Here's what I got to tell you. If you chase the money, it runs, brother.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
If you chase that money, it runs, brother. So here's what I say. Chase a purpose, right? If there's something you want to change in society, something you're really knowledgeable about, something that you really like to do it because you're going to need to do it every freaking day. I posted every day for like 9 to 10 months before I made any type of coin. Any type of coin. It took me a long time. But then when I started making coin, guess what I did, chat? Guess what I did?
Invest.
I didn't inflate my lifestyle. Sure didn't. Live in the same house. $1,800 a month. 3-2. Big boy. Drive a regular car. Nothing crazy. I don't drive a Lambo. I don't drive a super elite sports car. None of that. Same stuff. Different day. This shirt I've been wearing, got it on Shein. I got the same suit in the closet. The turtleneck, You guys are you guys turtley enough for the Turtle Club? You've been there at the turtleneck and the blazer. I've been there. I use Aussie Instant Freeze hairspray. And this ring right here, Sheen, $3. I don't play. I spend more on coffee every month than I do clothing. Every month. God, and I love coffee. All right, let's get back off into it. This chick's going broke. What's going on?
I get on here complaining that how y'all have to go back working at 9
Excuse me. You're driving without your hands. You're recording a video in your car, looking at the camera, wearing your PJs. IQ has not been detected in this video. Let's run this back. You have to be dumber than a raccoon trying to rob a bank with a spoon to think this is a good idea.
I get on here complaining that how y'all have to go back working at 9 to 5 because you started hauling and spending money like your ass is Dwayne Wade or some shit. Y'all start getting paid from these social medias, and then it's like...
Just the way she speaks. She sounds like she's dumber than a paddle with 2 holes in it.
Everything just goes out the window, and you just start feeling like you above everything as far as finances. Why, if you starting to get a $4,000 check, you think, oh, let me go get me a high rise in an expensive ass city that you probably paying close to that $4,000 check that you're getting or more, trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Dumber than trying to start a campfire in a rainstorm. You got to be dumb to do that. That's not smart.
I really don't understand.
Also,
that.
Dumber than driving without your hands and recording a video looking at the camera. That's pretty stupid as well.
Help me understand that.
It's very dangerous.
This girl just got on here talking about how she was making $60,000 from TikTok. I think that's a lot of damn money for each month. How do you blow that much money and now you're talking about now you got to go back working a 9 to 5? Are y'all just dumb? Are y'all dumb? How hard is it to stay down until you can stack up some extra money? Like, and nobody's saying not to go, get you a new car, say if you don't got no car. Or go get you a used car because your car that you got is not properly working. Nobody's saying not to do those things or to go and put yourself in a better living situation. It's extra little bit of money and y'all think y'all just overly rich now.
Yeah, this is the problem. People think the money's always going to be the same. And let me tell you, on YouTube, it ain't. AdSense changes. Your community changes. People change. I have a maybe not a philosophy, maybe a hypothesis here that I think, like, every month there's like maybe 500 to 1,000 people that are like, all right, I'm not watching Levi anymore, and they go watch other people, and I think that's cool. You want to know why? If they didn't do that, then they would have never found me. And there's some of you guys that have been watching for years. I had a guy call me yesterday on Connect With Me. Shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy Aiden. I don't know if you're going to watch this one. I remember your name, brother. And I'm calling you out because he was a good dude and he said he didn't care. Been watching since I started, bro. He's like, bro, I've been watching you for 2+ years. I was like, man, you a real one, brother. I appreciate that. And he had some, had some basic questions and stuff like that. But if you guys want to talk to me, you can call me on Connect With Me. Where was I going with that? I don't know. Let's get back into it.
We basically found out that a lot of creators and influencers are broke. So there's people with 30 million followers who can't even pay their $2,000 a month rent. Here's the thing though, is like these creators, these influencers, they're good at creating content for the most part, with the exception of guys like Logan, Jake Paul, who they're business savvy as well. These other guys, they're just creators. They don't know how to monetize it. So we were helping them do that. But through that, we found this subset of other people who have money and want to become influencers. So we started kind of doing both, where we help influencers monetize. At the same time, we help people who have money.
Yeah, so you have to treat it like a business. And I'll get off into this. I'll show you guys exactly how it breaks down. You have to run a P&L, which is a profit and loss sheet, and so you have to know how much money's coming in, how much money you're netting, and how much you owe for taxes. Taxes, boy, Uncle Sam be getting me every quarter. He just one long hard back shot. I pay my taxes though. I don't avoid it.
It feels like we're heading towards like an explosion of sorts. It's almost like there's a train going towards a brick wall. I have this like feeling in my gut that I could be wrong about, so we shall see. But it does feel like we're heading like in this industry. It feels like we're heading towards like an explosion of sorts. It's almost like there's a train going towards a brick wall. Sorry, really dark. Kind of a dark metaphor. Whoopsie. But it's kind of how it feels. And I've been feeling that way for a few years now, where I'm like, this can't continue the way it is because it's not working anymore. in the same way it used to. There was sort of this golden age of like influencer marketing. There was this golden age of influencer-led businesses. I've been very fortunate that I've been able to be involved in those things. And I've received criticism, I think, in the past when I've sort of expressed my concerns about, not my
I
concerns.
heard her favorite book was Much Ado About Saying Nothing. All right, honey, thank you. Train into a brick wall. I'll never get that time back, and neither will you. We both had to suffer through that.
When you have 1 million followers, but your videos are only getting 30,000 views, this is just not the way it used to be. I feel like I am like trying to run through mud to connect with my followers.
Hi, Jacqueline. Well,
You have 8 million followers. I almost biggity bet you this woman right here is posting some of the most out-of-touch things possible. Like, got a new Louis, got a new Chanel. It's like people are freaking trying to buy a can of beans, and you're talking about luxury handbags.
why don't we take a look at your videos to see why people might not be connecting with your content? To kick things off, why don't we see what you posted around Thanksgiving?
Coming out outside our Friendsgiving.
Oh my God, this house already is insane.
Bitch, did you get a bartender? Okay, so
Oh my God. She's got a wine rack and a big back. Big back. Got a wine rack and a big back.
One of my guests love Santa Margarita Pinot Grigio, so I stocked the cellar.
I mean, who among us doesn't have a personalized wine collection to serve at their 20-person dinner table?
Yeah,
Now,
real-
to be fair, Jacqueline does engage with her audience when she needs life advice.
Hi, okay, I need your help. I did some online shopping and I bought 2 designer bags. They are both leopard print, and I could not decide by looking at them on the internet which one I wanted, so I bought both.
Oh my God, you guys, I couldn't decide which $2,000 bag to buy, so I got both. The icing on the cake is that she recorded her video while wearing a $135 sweatshirt from a brand that is owned by another rich influencer. Jacqueline, you're rich and you won, but I'm sorry if people don't want to be drowned in overconsumption.
And so, dude, I think this is the thing. You got your come up from being relatable, and then now you're not relatable, so people don't want to buck with you no more. It's as simple as that. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. You're not relatable no more, so people don't want to buck with you.
Absolutely zero hate to Tara's world, but girl, what the hell do you want us to do about the fact that you're going broke?
Wait. 350K a month? And now you're going broke? Oh my God.
Dang.
Bro, I'm going to show you guys how much I make. You're going to be surprised. I ain't making nowhere near 350K a month.
Because you couldn't budget your $10 million a year that you made, and you spent it all on a mansion and did an extra $1 million in renovations that you didn't need. And last time I checked, you also had bought a house in New York. It was an apartment, but like most people can't even afford 1 home. You've had 2. You've also had 4 DUIs.
Dang.
You have...
How you even got a license? You got a breathalyzer in your car at that point. You got to be dumber than a duck with rain boots to get 4 DUIs. Come on now. I only got
Seriously.
1. Stupid. I learned my lesson, bro.
I mean, you live a life of privilege. You even claimed one time that you rented an entire jet and took all your friends on vacation and pretended a brand paid for it. Like, hello. And
This dude raking in the cash. He's like, baby girl, I love you. You know you my girl, baby.
you went viral for crying about the $15,000 Harry Styles tickets and then being like, no, I'm finna be in the pit. Like, I'm finna be in the pit. I get that we all spend money on stupid stuff, but you spent so erratically to the fact that you're not going to be able to keep up with this lifestyle for much longer. And I just don't even know if I truly believe that she's broke, honestly. Maybe she just wants to get out of the OF game. I don't know.
Oh, she's selling her balloon knot. Shocker! Shocker.
So I am an influencer who 3 months ago decided to get a full-time job because I'm just not a fan of doing influencing full-time. It did not fill my...
AKA, the money ain't coming in, so I gotta go get a job to pay my bills. Yep. That's what that means. The lip filler ain't gonna pay for itself.
my cup up. That being said, I've seen so many things online recently of influencers being so goddamn out of touch, and from one influencer to another who is probably...
I don't know about you guys, chat. I don't like being called an influencer. What am I influencing? That's my whole thing. What are you influencing? You're just a content creator. You just create content. That's all it is. An influencer is somebody like, you know, a political leader. Like Charlie Kirk would be an influencer. He influenced people to think differently. You showing your Shein haul and Target haul and showing what Starbucks drinks you drink, that's not influencing. You're just a content creator.
even maybe said some of these things, like, I'm not totally innocent, but now I just vow to never do it because I try to be self-aware. But this is just a message to my fellow influencers of things you just, like, shouldn't say online because, like, you're really not sounding good. And I've seen a lot of it in the last couple weeks. Number one, the to-do list where you say you're so busy and it's just appointments, just keep it to yourself. Just keep it to yourself, okay? You're really pissing people off. Don't do it. Like, people don't, like, that's someone's relaxing Sunday. Just keep it to yourself. You can feel how you want to feel. Your followers don't want to hear about it. I promise you, like, it's pissing them off. Number two, I saw this video of someone, like, being really upset because it's, like, they're not being paid enough as an influencer, which is crazy because as an influencer, most of my money comes from what I do online, which I'm so thankful for, but, like, to say that you're not being paid enough as an influencer is crazy. Do brands come at you with crazy requests for, like, not enough money? 100%. But to post online that you should get 10 grand a video,
I mean, 10 grand a video is a lot. That's a lot of coinage. There's no way I could. No. No. I can't get anywhere close to that.
So how much are you railing in on OnlyFans?
Drop it.
Drop
Come
it.
on
Come
now.
on, drop it.
I mean, like so I started May 2021.
Did you do like a hard launch?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep. Until like October, this past October, I would make like 100 to 150K a month. And then I made it a TikTok. So, you guys know Anna Paul, obviously.
Yes.
So she made this TikTok of her like filming a day in her life as an OnlyFans creator. And she started it off with like, so I'm a sex worker. And I was like, oh, that's like great. And, like probably like, it had so many views. I was like, oh my God, I want to do that. So I made like a vlog. She's a runner, she's a track star. Like, and I started it off with that. And I vlogged like me getting ready for my OnlyFans shoot. And it did so fucking well. Like,
Oh my God.
I'm just vlogging this stuff because it's really important. This is documentary level stuff here, guys. You got to really get with this or get gone. Like, oh my God.
So stupid, bro. All right. In an effort of complete transparency with you guys, I'm going to break down how this works, okay? How this works. So let's see here if I can show you guys. I'll zoom out just a little bit. Trying to just show you the numbers that are pertinent. Okay, here we go. So this is basically my P&L for the year. This is my P&L. So the net profit every month you can see here, right? Net cash retained and my profit margins. You're seeing these, okay? And these are... Okay, yeah, so it goes up a little bit more. This is not the reason I keep up with this stuff, dude, is because the net cash retained, that's not the gross profit. The gross profit is something different, and then I have to worry about, okay, I got to pay probably at least 15 to 20% of what I make in taxes, so I set that aside and put that in an account. And then I keep up with all my expenses from all the clippers that I have, the brand deal manager that I have, the services I pay for, and everything like that. So I know exactly how much I'm paying and then what my exact profit margin is. I know that exactly. And I run in a very lean profit margin. I don't have a lot of employees. I've got like a couple. 3, maybe. Yeah, I have 3. And then I have a CPA and an accountant and things like that. But over the year, I've netted like $350,000, which is pretty solid. But after taxes, it's only like $215,000. And so it's not, people think like, oh my God, you can make so much money on YouTube. Yeah, you can make a lot of money on YouTube, dude. You really can. You can make a ton of coin. That is a lot. That is a lot of money. Compared to when I was working and doing corporate sales, this is a lot of money. And I'll show you guys what I've done this year as well. Just because without showing you guys, what's the point? Like, I wouldn't have it unless you guys were here watching. You know what I mean? So 250K over this year so far. This is up to August 3rd. We've done pretty well, but as you can see, all those arrows are down. We're down. Now we're up from last year, but we're down. And last year, I got so many subscribers last year. This year, it's kind of a little bit stagnant. I probably won't even hit an extra 100,000 subscribers this year. But you know what I do? I save it. I save all of it. I don't spend a ton of it. I invest most of it. And I live below my means. Like I said, I spend more on coffee than I do. Dude, I could be wearing a new Louis Vuitton shirt every day. I could go to the mall and spend $2,000 a day and be fine for a while. But then I'd be broke after 6 months. I've got over 6 figures in savings. Over $250,000 in savings, around 350 grand in savings. So of the full time I've been on YouTube, I've made around 900 grand, but I've saved 350,000 of it, which on the surface you're like, that's not very good. Like, what are you spending all your money on? But when you get, now that I make more, I just get taxed more. So I'm paying, anywhere to 60 to 80K a year in taxes, which is like, God, it hurts, but that's the game. And I ain't going to have the IRS garnish my wages. And then the problem is a lot of these influencers, they don't treat it like a business, and you got to treat it like a business, bro. Like, I turned my LLC into an S Corp, and now I have employees. Now I get tax advantages. I hired an accountant. I hired a financial planner. So, and I didn't think I'd ever be there. I did this as a hobby, and it just turned into this. But the one thing I could tell you, bro, is if you ever start making more money, don't inflate your lifestyle, bro. Just stay where you're at. And I learned that from guys like Osmond Gold. Osmond Gold lives in the same house, eats the same stuff, doesn't update his setup, doesn't really do anything. I've at least updated my setup. I've at least done some things. But I'm not going out there and buying I'm not going to go buy a $20,000 Sony A7 Mark III Canon camera. I'm not doing that. I've got a regular pre-built PC from Best Buy. This is the nicest PC I've ever bought, and I think it was like $3,000. I think the camera in total is like $1,500. I have my vertical screen with my OBS I've had since I started to build my setup. This is a $120 screen that I've had for like 5 or 6 years. Like, it takes me a very long time. I've got the same interface that I've used. I've updated the Stream Deck. I've got a new TV in the back. And I've spent money on Loki's bed. But for the most part, I just try to stay really lean, dude. And that's the thing I can tell you. It's like, try to save more than you spend. If you can save 40% of your income every month, I know it's hard for a lot of people, you'll be able to get to a point. Because I realize, dude, there's got to be an end game to this. I ain't going to be popping forever, bro. I'm eventually going to be gray, got a saggy neck, saggy sack. I'm going to be old. People ain't going to be bucking with me unless you guys are bucking with me, which is cool.
It's bound to happen.
But the new cats are going to be coming in. I'm going to have to retire eventually. So I had to be thinking about that stuff.
What a good boy.
Wait, free. Sit. Free. Go to your place. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's always good to have you guys out, man. Until next time. Peace.
I mean, he ain't wrong. You gotta stay up to date on things.